So this is our 2016 Jaguar F Pace 2 litre all-wheel drive. It's got just over 78,000 miles. We'll get the exact mileage when we move inside the vehicle. MOT until the 2nd of July 2026. Full history. The last service being recorded in the 15th of January of this year at 74,072 miles. One owner, 2 keys, and in my opinion, the best colour. So that was just a quick walk around of the vehicle there. Just look out for any major bodywork issues, of which there aren't any. What I'll do now is we'll go around it much slower, and I'll be as picky as I can be in any places I feel I need to mention. So starting off with the front bumper, and always look at the corners first, because that tends to be where they get scuffed or scratched. Look at that. Slight bit of mark on there, not sure how well you can see that, very superficial, but you can see some slight sort of marks there, almost like it's brushed on a bush or something. I don't know how well that's coming across. The rest of the bumper, really good. Can't see any cracks or dents in any of that plastic. Chrome still looking good, and you'll notice it has got front parking sensors as well. On the bonnet, the occasional little stone chip, but generally really good. Coming on round now to the passenger side front wheel, and the actual alloy itself in really good condition. Can't see any curb marks on that at all. And then the tyre, get my trusty depth checker. We've got 4.24 mil of treads, plenty of legal tread. Legal limit being 1.6, brand new around 7 or 8 mil. So coming on down the passenger side now, just looking out for any marks. Again, some little bit of superficial marks on the wing mirror. Not sure how well that's even coming across. You can sort of see it there. Again, nothing major, can't see it from here. Be quite close up to it in the right light. What's that? I think that's just a bit of dried wax. Valeting needs the sack. And then you've got the classic sort of fingerprint, fingernail or ring marks just on the very inside of that door handle there. Okay, so then this is the rear passenger side wheel, and I think this mark in here, that's just a bit of water runoff. Nothing to worry about. No curb marks, no scratches. And again, if I get my little reader in here, we have got, again, around 4.2 mil of tread on that wheel there as well. Well, that tyre, I should say. And I did just notice on this rear passenger door, sort of in line with the handle, there is a little scratch there. So probably 20 mil long. Point that out. Okay, so moving around to the rear, and again, same as the front bumper, always look at the corners first, just because that tends to be where they get scraped, if at all. But no such marks on this. Again, you'll notice the rear parking sensors, and it has got a rear camera as well. No other cracks on the bumper. There is a few little marks just on the top of where the tailgate opens there. We'll have a look at those in more detail when we open the boot in a moment. But I'm just guessing that's just where things have been lifted into and out of the vehicle. Rest of the tailgate, really good condition. Although I have just noticed just underneath the Jaguar signage here, a few little marks just coming down. Not sure what could have caused that, but best mention it. And then always a good place to look at the roof as well from the rear. No dents on top of the roof there. So coming on round now to the driver's side, and we come to the driver's side rear wheel first. Again, the actual alloy itself, really good condition. Can't see any curb marks in that. In fact, all of the alloys so far are really good. And got a bit more tread on this one. 5.92, let me get in there again. 5.66, so a bit more tread on this tyre for whatever reason. And then as we come down here, just looking out for any slight marks. Little mark just there on that rear passenger door. And again, your same sort of fingernail ring marks just on the very inside of that door handle there. And then again on the driver's wing mirror, slightly deeper mark there. I think that's been touched in by someone just there, and a little bit there as well. Then underneath this Jaguar vent emblem thing on the wing, there is just here, if you keep your eye on that, something going on, a little denty, scuffy scratch thing. Not sure what's caused that, but worth noticing. It's not immediately obvious from afar, but when you come up close, it is there. Okay, so the last of the four wheels then. Again, very similar story. Alloys in really good condition. Can't see any marks at all on that. And if we get in here with my reader, we have got 5mm of tread. So that's it for the outside. I'd say it's pretty good condition for a 9-year-old vehicle. There was another thing I wanted to mention. Oh, that was it. Just on the windscreen here, right down the bottom, sort of close to this black bit, there is just a little stone chip just there. Not sure how visible it is from the inside, but there is something going on there. So we'll come into it now, and as I mentioned earlier, this vehicle has got 2 keys, which I'm trying to dig out of my pocket. A bit harder. There we go. I thought 2 keys. So come inside the vehicle. Driver's door card, really good condition. No cracks in the plastic or rips in the upholstery. You've got electric locking doors, electrically operated front and rear windows, and electrically operating wing mirrors as well. The driver's seat, really good condition, not showing much wear at all really, maybe a little bit on this bolster, but still plenty of cushioning, just a bit of a crease just on that bit there. And it's a similar story for the passenger seat. However, there is this little mark there which just feels almost like a bit of glue or something, not quite sure. So I'll get in and close the door and we'll fire up. So keys can be anywhere. Okay, foot on the brake and we press start engine. We watch this rise, always nice, and we can see the dash there. So you can see the exact mileage there in that bottom left hand corner, 78,200 miles exactly. This light just up the top, just there, is just let us know that the handbrake's still applied, and then the one over here is just let us know that my seatbelt's not plugged in. Okay, on the actual steering wheel, on the right hand side you've got your cruise control settings, and over here is for the digital display in the middle and for the radio as well. Down here by your right knee you've got a few other controls open in the boot, adjusting some of the settings on the lights and the lane assist, and then your wipers and lights where you'd expect to find them there on the indicator stalks. Then over here you've got your nice big infotainment screen, your radio, your Bluetooth, and I believe your satellite navigation as well. So it all comes up on that big screen in the middle. You've got your air conditioning settings there, as well as your options for your heated seats. Over here then, your gear selector, a little bit of storage underneath there. A few more controls. These are for like your driving styles, your sport, your off-road, your eco, etc. Traction control, and then your auto stop start. 2 cup holders, your handbrake, and a bit of storage, as well as an aux port and a 12 volt sort of cigarette lighter style plug there as well. Up the top, nice little bit of storage for your sunglasses, and then over here a nice big glove box. That's about it for the front. Plenty of gadgets on it. I'm just going to leave it running, and as I'll get out the car, and we'll move into the back. The rear then, much the same story, really good condition, and the rear seats again condition, as well as having a few more 12 volt ports on there as well. And we'll move into the boot. Electrically operated boot, it's always nice. Nice big boot, parcel shelf, another 12 volt plug, and a full-sized spare wheel that to me looks brand new. Well, it is brand new, which is quite nice because you don't often get spare wheels at the moment anymore. We've got missed that electrically operated tow bar that's just come out. It is operated from here. I'm not sure what that button does. I think that's for lights underneath, but if I press that again, that will unhook and fold away. There we go. By tow bar. Nice. Okay, so I'm just going to pause the video here a moment, just whilst I open the bonnet. See you in a moment. There we are. Sorry about that. It's always a bit tricky to open bonnets with one hand. Made it a little bit easier. It's got the gas struts rather than like a manual one. Sort of classic. Lots of it's covered in black plastic. I have left it running. But there she is, all present and correct. So what I'll do now is I'll go inside the car and give her a rev. And then from outside the car. One thing I do always mention is that the engine note can sound slightly different in real life than it does recorded through a phone camera. So just bear that in mind. I believe I've covered everything. If there's anything you think I've missed or you'd like me to go over in more detail, please let us know. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.